The world has changed since 1994. More women and babies are surviving childbirth, and access to family planning has doubled in the least developed countries. There is greater commitment to ending gender-based violence than ever before. Still, the promise of ICPD remains unfulfilled for millions around the world.
At this time, not every woman has access to the sexual and reproductive health and rights that she must have. Not every girl is able to choose the future they want, when they marry, if they have children, how many children they have. These are basic rights.
Governments cannot meet these challenges alone. This is why UNFPA and Every Woman, Every Child have called on private partners to make concrete and transformative commitments to realise the ICPD vision.
Women, girls, children, newborns, adolescents, these are the ones that need our focus. We've made a big investment. That's now in its final clinical studies. It's called the BD Odon device. It was an Every Woman, Every Child commitment.
$500 million that we will spend before 2025 in at least 25 countries to address early childhood care and development and adolescent sexual and reproductive health and rights.
Frontline health workers are the primary point of contact for women and girls to the health system. The Johnson & Johnson Center for Health Worker Innovation is committed to closing the gap in health worker coverage, improving quality of care, and strengthening primary and community-based health systems.
Lara was privileged to pledge support to the Every Woman, Every Child call to action of a total of $110 million. $65 million is a new pledge. About 2/3 of this amount will support programs to train and equip 1 million birth attendants to become more efficient lifesavers.
MSD for Mothers is our company's $500 million commitment to address preventable maternal mortality. And we are applying our scientific and business expertise where they are most needed for maternal health. Since 2011, when MSD for Mothers started, our efforts have resulted in healthier pregnancies and safer deliveries for millions of women around the world.
The Ford Foundation therefore pledges to fund this work in the amount of $78 million over the next 3 years. These resources will be spent holistically across our international program, as well as our regional programs in Southern Africa, West Africa, India, and Latin America.
From now until 2030, World Vision will implement $7 billion of health and nutrition programming. This includes $2 billion in fragile contexts. I'm also proud to tell you that 1/3 of this overall funding, almost $2.5 billion, will come from private donors.
In achieving the vision of Cairo and what I hope will be the enhanced vision from Nairobi, the role of governments is very important, the role of NGOs is very important, but the private sector also these days is engaged in international agendas, and I hope that all of them will be looking at what they could do with and for women and girls, whether it's in who they employ, who they train, who they promote, the information they help provide, the cost of essential services related to sexual and reproductive health. All of this matters.